Countdown, yeah, countdown. Brandon,
sir,
before we talk about what we had planned to talk about, I feel it is time to be a little unkind as we celebrate the death of the career of one Tucker Carlson, who was fired from Fox News unceremoniously on Friday.
Unceremoniously is probably a big stretch, but go on, yeah.
I feel like we should mark this moment with the same amount of glee and joy with which he has stoked the flames of hate for the past 20 years or however long he's been on Fox News.
I would argue that we celebrate this with the same amount of fanfare that we did when Bill O'Reilly retired, or when Glenn Beck got fired, or when Rush Limbaugh died, or, you know, any of those great, solid, right-wing, uber-conservative hate spilling dick bags happen to just shuffle off either into irrelevant YouTubedom like the rest of us, or God willing shuffled off this mortal coil and just did us all a favor and fucking drop dead.
Yeah.
Oh man, nothing
of value was lost.
Yeah, I know. I have nothing positive to say, so I'll just say fuck that guy. I hope he gets herpes, of the AIDS, of the gonorrhea, the cancer, and then dies slowly rewatching videos of himself pretending like he's relevant.
And painfully. Please let that be part of it.
I assumed I covered a lot of the bases. Yeah, but honestly, if you want to just have like, I don't know, an annoying neighbor pop in every like 38 minutes or something like that, or we combine our idea from last week. And every 8 minutes, it's Wonderwall on the 8th. Just the neighbor comes in, starts singing Wonderway.
And it's got to be out of tune.
Well, yeah, but I mean, who cares if it's not? Honestly, like, because honestly, the idea of him finding some little bit of joy in that almost makes it better.
It's so bad he looks forward to
it. Right. Things are so bad that he looks forward to the 8 minutes past the hour when he gets to sing along to the chorus of Wonderwall. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about Rush.
See, but that's kind of the point that I'm getting at, though.
You kind of forget about these guys.
Well, like, you forget about these guys.
No one cares.
Right. I mean, like, O'Reilly's doing, I think, random YouTube videos. Glenn Beck's got his website and whatever it is. So, like, you have to actively search these fuckers out. And the audience is not inherently great at the internet to start with. So once you leave the Fox sphere, it's just going to be whoever the fuck they decide to catapult next. And it'll be somebody worse and somebody slicker who's going to see everything that Tucker did and figure out a way to present it in a more exciting thing. The only thing that I find interesting is I've heard two competing theories that one, because they had to cozy up to Trump had him fired. And two, that he was in the middle of contract renegotiation and Roger Ailes had him fired. So this way he didn't have to pay him more because he wanted to prove a point that he can just replace him with someone else.
Yeah, I am Ailes. I am Fox. You are not Fox. Fuck you.
I mean, there's an argument to be had because he does seem like the kind of douchebag where Tucker would be like, who are you going to get to do my job? He's going to go fucking hold my Fosters. Yeah. Hold my Fosters.
I've got a clone army. Somehow Palpatine survived or returned or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be fucking somebody or whatever it is. And you know what they'll probably do? They'll probably pick somebody like fucking Madison Cawthorn or something like that. Remember that dickhead who's in the wheelchair, who's fucking awful? They'll pick somebody like him and they're going to force guys like Tucker Carlson to go after someone who's actually physically disabled. Like, it's going to be something where it'll be like, so how terrible of a person do you want to be? Huh?
I don't look forward to any of it. I super
look forward to it because what's going to change? What's going to change? Fox News is going to continue to spout lies and then maybe sometimes have to pay when somebody else has enough money to hold their feet to the fire that they legally have the ability to do so. Because honestly, if they pick a fight with anyone smaller than, let's say, something the size of Dominion, who's got the fucking coffers to go after Fox News at that point? And we've already proved a precedent that you're going to have to do something way more egregious than what happened there for anyone to pay out at that level.
Yeah.
Like, and anything shy of what, $500 million? No one's going to fucking blink an eye at it. 200 million ain't shit to them. Like, the only thing that's going to change Fox News is if Comcast or DirecTV or whatever it is stands up to them and proves to everyone that Fox is going to have to earn money the way that everybody else does, which is with actual advertisers. Mm-hmm. Because everybody fucking goes banana pants about like, oh, well, you know, Tucker was trying to protect the advertisers. No, he wasn't. That's not how Fox News works. No. Fox News makes the lion's share of their money from fucking fees involving your cable bill. That's how Fox News makes all of its goddamn money. That's why it doesn't have to play along with everybody else. It's ESPN and then it's Fox News. So until that model changes, nothing's going to change. There's no incentive for them to fuck around until people turn off and manage to find a way to cut the wire. And all of your internet providers are all in fucking bed with them.
Yeah,
There's no way other than going off the fucking grid that you end up getting away from this and defunding this goddamn hate machine.
Yeah. And that's why it's like, I'm happy, but it's tempered with like reality. Like I definitely cheered. And then I was like, oh, because nothing's going to change.
Well, also the dude is the heir to the Swanson fucking TV dinner fortune. Big deal.
Oh no.
He goes home.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah.
I make it a point not to know things about
that's
Tucker
where
Carlson.
Know your enemy, my dude. That's where Tucker Carlson got all of his money from. He is the child heir of the Swanson TV dinner fortune.
He's a Nepo baby.
He's a Swanson Nepo baby. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking pathetic.
Right. What's not pathetic? It's lucky. It's lucky. So then this guy who sucks at journalism and can't seem to get anywhere and gets fired from all these fucking places, figures out how to spout hate and lie right into a TV screen, and then ends up getting a lucrative deal for the last fucking 6 years. But he flew too close to the sun. He had his time. He'll fuck off into irrelevance. And until he figures out how to suck up to the right people, no one's going to bring him back in. And more importantly, who would trust him? Because how much was he licking Trump's fucking nutsack publicly? And then come to find out in text messages, he's calling him a fucking idiot and a psycho. Like, dude, who's going to trust Tucker Carlson anymore?
No. Yeah,
He did it to himself, too, on top of everything else. He was dumb enough to forget that everything comes out. Everything. There's no secrets anymore, kids. There's none. There's no secrets anymore. If you've got something that you don't want out there, it's going to get out there. If you texted it, if you tweeted it, if you put it out somewhere, if you spoke it out loud into your phone, remember that fucking everything's listening. Someone's going to find out about it.
Yeah.
Someone's going to find out about it.
Yeah.
And the difference is that instead of being a right-wing Nazi sympathizer, he happened to fucking talk shit about Donald Trump, and that's what got him dead. And it's the craziest part of them all, is that you can be super into Nazi shit and have a goddamn fucking statue of Mussolini in your garden. I'm looking at you, Harlan Crow, the whitest guy with the blackest name I've ever heard. And but he's friends with a goddamn Supreme Court justice, and then somehow no one... How goddamn much money do you have to wave around before someone walks you through and goes, that's a weird statue? And he goes, oh yeah, you like that? It's Mussolini. And he goes, oh, that's nice.
But Brandon, don't you build statues to things you hate?
No, Jamie, you build statues to remember. Because otherwise, we forget what happens. That's why we build statues, Jamie. Because if we forgot the Civil War, God forbid, Marjorie Taylor Greene, we might relive it again.
That's why he has all that Nazi memorabilia that he paid with his own money, because he hates the Nazis, and so he wants to keep those memorabilia items around. That was the pitch that Tucker Carlson was trying to pour off that one time.
Imagine wandering through a rich friend, but we knew. And I don't think we actually know any really rich people anymore, but we were on the cusp of spending some real time with somebody who is the heir to a rather lucrative fortune for some fun things that you and I like to play around with. And imagine that we found ourselves visiting this person in this state that is, let's say, lackadaisical about, appropriateness. And they happen to have, I don't know, a full-on Robert E. Lee memorial room. How'd you feel about hanging out and getting pizza after that?
I would go the opposite direction.
You sure you wouldn't say the crust will rise again?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
I would leave. And if y'all hesitated, I would have left you there to find out how to get home on your own. I would have been gone.
Now imagine a world where Jamie Noguchi somehow, beyond thought and belief, Time Magazine's own, gets elected to the Supreme Court.
God damn.
And
oh boy.
Oh man, and this is the sweetest sweet I could have on the tip of my tongue. Justice Noguchi. Fucking that made my balls tingle. Like, that is the idea of you on the bench, just not even getting through oral arguments, and before anything is decided, you just shout in the background, "Bitch, I dissent. Fuck out of here with that shit. You sit down." And just
it would not go well.
It would go amazing. Amazing. You would be fucking live streaming that shit.
I would.
You would. Right. Yeah. But Justice Noguchi, there's a rule about there's being no filming in the Supreme Court. Yeah, but there's no rule about a justice filming himself in the Supreme Court. Go on. Let's fucking do this. What a Twitch fam. Let's rock this thing off.
Let's do this.
Anyway, yeah. This ginger bitch doesn't seem to think that women should have the rights to their own bodies, which feels real fucking ironic. Let's try and take away your rights and see how pissed off you get.
Yeah, it would be entertaining.
It would be fucking amazing. It would be amazing. Dude, seriously, like, the fuck counter would be outstanding. Oh, yeah. Like, oh my god.
Justice Noguchi issued another opinion. How many fucks did he get away with this time?
No, Justice Noguchi issues an opinion. This guy's a fucking asshole. Yeah. My opinion is that Clarence Thomas is a fucking asshole.
The good gentleman
what do you have to
right can suck it.
I would love the idea of you keeping the decorum. The honorable justice to my right can absolutely lick me from the back of my asshole to the tip of my dick. Like, just
I come in with like DX colors.
Honestly, you coming into the fucking room with your own entrance music. I think everyone needs their own entrance music. Dude, it's just you insisting on two aides coming in with fire extinguishers, blasting the Goldberg smoke up, and then coming into the King of Rock.
Yeah.
And just fucking chopping like crazy. And then you walking in, going to take your seat, and then Sonia Sotomayor come walking up behind, just looking at you like, dude. And then you looking over her, fucking too sweet me, bro. Too sweet me, bro. And it taking 6 months for her to really come around until she comes out and you two come out like the fucking New Age Outlaws.
She's in the NWO color.
Right, yeah, just Sonya coming out, oh, you didn't know? And just like...
bow, 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 bow. Your ass better call somebody. God damn. I hate that. I love that.
You love that.
Yeah, but I love that there's no standard of ethics for the Supreme Court.
Right.
Just hang out with Nazis.
So why not push it? What's stopping one of the other justices from just fucking going hog wild?
Yeah. Why come in with the black robes? Why aren't they wearing the trans flag?
Not even that. Just start doing shit that would force them to do something.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if somebody refers to Clarence Thomas as Justice Cunt?
Yeah.
Or, what is it? It's Justice Jackson is the new one, right?
Oh, Kataji Brown Jackson. Yeah.
Right. If she just referred to him as Judge that bitch.
That broke ass hoe over there.
Right, yeah.
Hanging out with Nazis.
Yeah.
This is just call him a Nazi sympathizer.
Just call him a Nazi sympathizer. Right. That's what he is. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, Goebbels, what do you think about this?
Yeah. God damn. Oh, him and Alito can get fucked.
Yeah, I would if I was Justice Jackson, I would fuck with him non-fucking stop. I'd be like, let me guess, Judge Thomas, you have a final solution for this outcome, huh?
God damn it.
Well, let's all hop aboard the train and see where this ends up. I bet it's the fucking showers, you fuck. Yeah.
I was told I didn't need to disclose any of that. Who told you? Yourself. You told yourself.
Yeah, you told yourself. Right. Yeah.
You told yourself.
Right. Yeah. And then when he got caught, he goes, "Oh, my bad. I'll audit the form." It's like, bitch, that's not the point. I don't care about the paperwork, motherfucker. The paperwork is the last of my goddamn problems.
Ugh.
Yeah. Anyway, what the fuck were we going to talk about? Wait, hang on. Are we getting into it?
Yeah. Okay. So, Brandon, from a galaxy far, far away, tell the people what they're subjecting themselves to.
In a world where there's a podcast hosted by two friends, those friends usually only see each other on this podcast. It is a triumvirate exclamation of friendship, better known as the fucking Duocast part. No, it's not that. It's something very close to that is an original character. Please don't sue Rod Sterling. Part. Hang on, I'll back up so I don't blow the mic out. Part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. Now, I challenge other podcasting networks. I look at you, Team Coco. I see you, Earwolf. And I dare thee to come up with a more triumvirate gathering of friends other than the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network.
Yeah.
Not a ginger to be found in these halls. Nay! I am one of the co-hosts. My name is the Honorable, Venerable, often imitated, never duplicated Brandon Chalmers. And with me today, my co-host with the mo-host, the sort of man that Time magazine called exhilarating, gigantic, larger than life, and the largest cock they've ever seen. It's in print. Go find it. Jamie Angry Zen Master Noguchi. Mother of God. Do I find myself winded just looking at you? Electric sex, that's what I'll call you. Electric sex.
Oh my God.
And this podcast is the hum killer.
Gonna do like an 80s rebrand of all our stuff. Like neon everything. Electric sex. Welcome to the Electric Sex Podcast.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Head off to the danger zone with the Electric Sex Podcast.
All right. Everybody's talking about the Electric Sex Podcast featuring drummers and Noguchi.
God, I was about to drop in the fucking Grease Man.
What? Wait, what is it?
Habadoo gaga.
Yeah.
Habadookie. God damn it.
Jam and Gucci coming back at you, morning zoo. Age 25, 25 minutes after the hour, 35 minutes at the top of the hour. We have got Spaz. Spaz is down at the Hartford Mall. If you go down, punch him in the dick and tell him the phrase that pays, it's called Hard Knock Media. He'll give you 2 bumper stickers and possibly tickets to Van Halen. That's right, Van Halen coming to you live from the Civic Center. And they're going to be playing live with Winger. And also, and not just that, Winger is the actual middle band with frontman Kip Winger, but also Jim Minaguchi, one of my favorite bands. You've heard them, you know them, you love to spell them. It's Jackal with a Y.
Jackal. God.
I love that my radio voice turns into a real fast and like cocaine fueled Harry Carey, where it's just like, let me ask you something. If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would. I'd cover myself in hot pickled relish. I'd be delicious. Cubby's coming back. 3 and 2 the count.
Is there a way? Is there a way to combine yacht rock and hair bands?
Yeah, because most yacht rock was kind of hair bands. Also, it was called Air Supply.
Air Supply. Oh, my shit. Brandon Chalmers.
Sir!
We are here to talk about Andor, a show.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. I did not watch it recently. So you're going to be giving the recaps. I'm going to be going the memory meets. So we'll see how this works out.
A show that initially when I heard about it, I had no interest in because watching Rogue One, I felt like of the characters that we met, he was the least interesting to me. I wanted my gay space daddies. Yeah. I wanted Baze and Chirrut to have a series. I wanted to see the Force is with me. I am with the Force, one with the Force. The Force is with me. Yep. I wanted them. Yeah. I wanted them. So the announcement was like, we're doing Andor. I'm like, I guess I don't have to watch everything. And then it came out and people were hyped up on it. Yep. And I was like, because people who have been hating on Star Wars have been excited about Andor.
I know who you're talking about, but go on.
I was like, all right, well, let me check this out. And I didn't have time. Audrey wasn't really interested in it because it sounded like it had a lot of... it sounded like it had a lot of the politics stuff and like the covert shit that I like. And she's like, well, if we're hanging out together, we can watch other stuff. So when I finally finished coloring last Monday, I was like, I'm going to take the entire day off. I'm going to do nothing. Oh, there's Andor. There's 12 episodes of Andor. Can I finish it in a day? Brandon, you can finish it in a day.
Turns out when you have nothing else going on, yes, you can finish it in a day. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that this series got made in the Star Wars universe because we haven't seen anything like this serious, this level of, I'm not sure what to call it, but like this felt like a big deal, like world building and all that. But it was like, I don't know, it felt like a true TV drama, like prestige format kind of stuff. Like there's
There's sex in the Star Wars universe.
We knew there was fucking in the Star Wars universe.
Right,
We're just surprised that no one's related. Calm down.
We don't see the dicking of Downs.
Right. No, I get that, but we did get to see Carrie Fisher in that fucking iron bikini. And honestly, like, look, for the time...
yeah, but like, there's
Aren't you a little long for a stormtrooper?
There's a same-sex relationship that you don't have to blink to miss it. Like, there's adult themes. There's there's a whole bunch of shit that you don't necessarily associate with Star Wars.
No, you do associate with Star Wars so long as you're not a fucking Skywalker fanboy. You absolutely associate it with Star Wars. That's the fucking difference, is that some people recognize that there's an entire goddamn universe out there, and it doesn't always have to involve Jedi. Now, it probably should in a lot of cases, because fuck, is that cool. But when you get the right group of people together, absolutely, that shit can be fucking wild and fun and everything else like that. Prime example currently, other than Andor, have you watched any of Bad Batch yet?
No, I tried. So I tried with season 1.
Fuck, is that fun?
I tried with season 1, and I got like partway into it, and I fell off.
Power through.
Like I try all of those. Like I've tried.
Have you tried watching Rebels?
I've tried Rebels. I've tried the Clone Wars, and I keep going back to it. I'm like, okay, this is the time.
I'll put together a Clone Wars list for you if you want. We did this. I did this with the wife, and because all of Clone Wars is way too many Clone Wars.
Yeah. Well, the Mandalorian stuff, when the first season of Mando ended, I went back and I found somebody who compiled a list of Mandalorian episodes to watch, and I was like, okay, let me watch that. Right. That was cool.
Right. That's cool. That's what I'm saying, is like there's a couple of them that'll kind of tick everything together and then let you be able to comfortably watch things like Bad Batch, because you get kind of the Captain Rex, Commander Cody sort of shit and everything else like that. And like, you have been enjoying them forever, because I know you are like me and you're a big fan of the old Getting Tartakovsky shit. Mm-hmm. And they got a super great highlight because they managed to have one of the best stories where they didn't talk at all. And they were fucking rad. Like, so yeah, I think you could genuinely enjoy it, but I absolutely believe that because fucking Rogue One was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'd even argue that a lot of the fucking new trilogy, the stuff that doesn't involve a goddamn lightsaber, is real fucking good. And even the shit that did, because that fucking, a ton of Andor really did feel like the first moment when fucking, Finn had that crisis of consciousness. And we suddenly, as Star Wars fans, went, oh, shit. You don't have to blindly follow this. And suddenly stormtroopers had a goddamn personality. And suddenly you're like, oh, okay, now we have a different perspective. And if we can experience that in what I'd argue is 12 minutes of film, I think that an entire series that is written around the idea of, hey, so these space Nazis really fucked everything up for everybody, and somebody should try and fuck these guys up. We should follow somebody who tries to fuck these guys up. Who we talked about who tried to fuck? Oh, that guy. The one who actually fucked it. Well, what the fuck was he doing before this? Oh, shit, really? All right, no, cool, let's do that. That sounds cool.
The great thing about this is because... So Star Wars has the typical hero's journey. There's a call to action and the hero answers. Every time the call happens to Cassian Andor, he's like, fuck y'all. I just want to survive. Fuck you. I just want to survive. Fuck you. Oh, maybe I can help other people. No. Fuck you. I just want to survive.
Right.
Fuck you. And it's just, he keeps getting asked and he's saying, no. And until the very end, I'd say probably the prison arc is when he's like, maybe we can actually do something. Maybe if I work together with some people, maybe we can actually accomplish something.
How the fuck is Andor any different than Han Solo in the original trilogy?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at is we've seen this. we love this. The only thing that they managed to figure out is how to tell this story without it turning into Solo, a Star Wars story. They managed to stick the landing for fucking once. And that is rad, but no one, I repeat, no one should have been surprised that this was going to be good. All they had to do was set up some fucking guardrails. No force, no lightsabers, no characters that you really know other than Andor, and hopefully at some point K2SO. And everything else is like, okay. Because every time I saw one of those fucking droids that looked like K2SO, I was like, there's my boy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So like, that's like, if there's a disappointment about that series, that's it. Is that right at the end, I didn't get the Cassian told me so. And it's like, yes! Like, just because it's the only thing that I wanted that I didn't really get. Because I didn't expect my two gay greatest dads, though. Look, remember when Marvel had that whole thing with like Depressed Thor and his roommate and everything else like that, and they had a couple episodes where they were like showing what Thor was like when he wasn't a fucking Avenger or whatever it is? I would honestly, genuinely, just, if there was, I don't know, 4 to 6 YouTube videos of just the two of them, like cleaning up a space apartment together, having some dinner, like, you know, just kind of hanging out, simple chore shit. Like, we just get a fixed camera in the living room and the two of them just doing their life shit, and I just put it on in the background as some sort of weird Star Wars ASMR thing where it's like the lo-fi beats girl, but it's just my two gay Star Wars dads just living their life.
Cleaning.
Just living their life, just doing a little sweepy sweep. I'm one with the Force is with me. Shut up. just absolutely bickering at each other. Like,
I'm the one who cooked the food. The Force didn't cook the food.
Honestly, like, and you know what? Have a little fun with it. Maybe let's tie in some other questions that have been not answered in other sci-fi things, like, hey, I know we just got this 3 seashells thing. How the fuck does this work? And then the other one chanting back and going, look, I know I say I'm one with the Force, but I couldn't tell you how that stuff works.
See, that's the other thing I want out of Star Wars. It's just like we talk about it all the time. We need a garage show where they're just hot rodding some shit. I need
more shit where just it doesn't involve. That's why I love Mando so much. When he shows up to Amy Sedaris' place, which, by the way, I refuse to learn her name. That's Amy Sedaris being Amy Sedaris. She's not a character. It's just Amy Sedaris. It's the same thing when Bill Burr shows up. I'm like, hey, look, Bill Burr's here. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, oh, Bill Burr used to work for the Empire? That kind of feels right. Like, like he's regretful about it, but that kind of feels fucking right. I get this. I'm good. Like, it fits well. Timothy Oliphant fucking stealing Boba Fett's armor. That's not Timothy Oliphant. That's not whoever that character is. That's Raylan Givens. Raylan Givens is in space. That's what's happening right now.
But I was pleasantly surprised. Andor hit all the spy shit. I love the trying to fight the system from the inside. I loved. We had a moment of girl bossness where, like, you're rooting for this lady. She's the only lady in this room, and then you realize, why am I rooting for this fucking fascist Nazi crazy person?
I'm not. No, thank you.
So, like,
I don't trust the eyebrows, Jamie, just as a general rule. Like, I can judge. Look, you want to know how I get out of jury duty? I can judge how awful someone is by their eyebrows. Like, Frida is the only one who's gotten that free pass. That's it. And that's one in hundreds of years of people that, like, I'm like, you got one. One. Everybody else who's got the fucking why do you think I keep this shit trimmed? I don't want to be considered a fucking supervillain. Like, I already have the, hey man, get off my lawn, I'm not drinking Bud Light anymore face. I can't have the connective tissue. It can't happen, Jamie. No one will trust me. No one.
But I loved her character. Like, I loved the way she acted it. Like, I loved her progression. And, like, the way she put the pieces together, that was awesome. I hated her because she's a fascist Nazi. But, like, that was very interesting. I I had no sympathy for Incel McGee chin face.
Yes, yeah, but what about his portly Irish sidekick?
That dude was awesome. That dude was a delight. He was a delight.
That proves that you, much like myself, are a sucker for a great fucking accent. Cause he's awful. He's an awful human being. And then terrible. Suddenly, right. And like suddenly the second he came in with that accent, it was like, oh, you delightful little man. You are just making the best of a bad situation. And I absolutely understand. Yeah. Go ahead.
You're a working class dude. You're just working for the wrong side.
Fire up the John Lennon, Jamie. I know our working class hero when I see him.
Yeah. This machine kills fascists.
Makes fascists. I don't know. Protects fascists. Look, here's what I know. This dude's had too many rations, and that uniform is sharp as fuck.
Yeah. I loved Cassian's adoptive mom when she was
she did her
holograph
damn
speech.
10. Yeah, fuck that. When she fucking snatches him away like some sort of weird fucking raiding badass.
Yeah. She was awesome. I was told like she didn't have a lot of scenes, but
she didn't need him. She didn't need him. What they needed her to do was be a constant and an inspiration that centered Cassian.
Yeah, she was excellent. I loved her final speech. I loved the town that had all of their gloves on the wall. Like you don't have to worry about nobody stealing your shit. Like this town is together. When weird shit is happening, we're all banging. We're banging our trash. We're banging our bells.
It's us versus them. It's how they fight fascists.
Yeah, I loved that. And the fucking dude with the fucking hammers, like hammering the bells and stuff, and knocking that stormtrooper out of the fucking tower. Like man, that town felt lived in.
Yes, like it felt like it had been there for a while, and the second these fascists came in, it felt exactly like what it should have been. A bunch of fucking Nazis coming into a small European village in a place that they didn't belong, into a close-knit community, and they were banging the church bells to make sure to warn everyone else. Don't even fucking tell me that's not what the overarching theme was supposed to be. It is absolutely a World War II overtone, and I am fucking here for it.
Yeah, it was great. I loved the small team where they infiltrated the dam place. Like one of them is a former stormtrooper. One of them is Mon Mothma's fucking cousin. She's in over her head, but she's
here for it.
She's going for it.
I'm going for it.
Like the stupid kid who wrote his fucking manifesto.
Yeah, but that was such a sweet thing.
He was so sweet.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the reminder that like that kid was the embodiment of hope, and literally hope dies, and unless you actually carry hope's message, it will die along with him. Fucking
broom boy.
Beat me over the head with the story arc. Fucking hit me, baby, one more time. I will Britney Spears the fuck out of this heavy-handed message. God damn it.
That was great.
Oh, man.
Cassian shooting the other guy, not even hesitating. When he realized that this other guy was going to backstab everybody, take the money and run, he was like, you're dead. And also I need to get out of here.
And can we talk about Master of Disguise, Sarsgaard?
Yo.
I want Sarsgaards in everything. They're great in Vikings. They're great in Succession. They're great in this. Like, pick a franchise, add a Sarsgaard, suddenly at least marginally 24 to 36% better. Like, that's the Sarsgaard bump. That's what it is. I'm waiting for fucking Fast and Furious before it's done. Add a Sarsgaard. What's it gonna hurt? What's it gonna hurt?
We've got 11 after 10. There's time.
I think it's 10.2, but like you get the point.
10.2. Right.
Right. Yeah. Cypher.
Add him in there.
Cypher needs a brother, and that brother needs to be a Sarsgaard. I need more. There's so many of them. There's like 19 of them. Like, you don't even realize. Did you watch Vikings?
No.
No? Okay, never mind. You're not going to get the thing. For anyone who's seen Vikings, who hears the sound of my voice, Floki is a Sarsgaard, and that confuses the fuck out of me. The guy from It, Sarsgaard. Peter, Sarsgaard. Like, the great-looking blonde guy from Succession, fucking Sarsgaard. Swear to God, they're taking over.
I'm here for it. They can act their ass off.
Absolutely. God damn it. I want more Sarsgaards. I want to set up a barrier around Hollywood, literally call it the Sarsgaard. Like that's what it's going to be.
But him putting on the wig in the first
I know.
He's just standing there like practicing his shit-eating grin.
Right, yeah.
Oh my God. And like fucking Mon Mothma. Come on.
Swoon.
And then you have like the religious fundamental daughter going on. Like, there's so many layers.
Oh yeah.
To this whole
Oh yeah. And the terrible ponytail that is the husband.
Yeah. Useless sack of shit.
Yeah.
It's everything that I never thought we would get in a Star Wars, because it's not that I didn't think Star Wars could do it. It's just I never associated these types of stories.
Well, I think you're confused because you're seeing politics and cultures without stereotypes, and it's throwing you off because you're like, this isn't Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's not true at all. Hang on a second. That's no. Where's the stereotypes with the banking clan? Jesus, come on. And
I really liked Andor's ex, the lady who ran the shop.
Yes.
Whose boyfriend betrayed him, and then he realized, oh shit, and then he got it. Mm-hmm. And then he got it because he was a dick.
Yeah, but I mean, at least he went out the right way.
He did. I hope we get to see more of her in season 2.
I mean, I'm not sure, but yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to have to get used to the idea of characters like that are just going to wallow in prison.
Yeah.
Because this is going to feel like a real, because that's the thing is Rogue One ends on a downbeat. Like it's well, because it has to, because we understood it's why Empire's so goddamn good, because it isn't afraid to end on a downbeat. And if this show is going to highlight or give us a glimpse into the world that isn't Star Wars, then we absolutely have to be comfortable with the idea that not everything's going to work out, and the Empire is going to win a fucking lot, and we're going to fall in love with characters and have them ripped from us in the most painful ways possible, because that's how war works.
Oh yeah. My 2 favorite episodes are the prison stuff. The first one is called Nobody's Listening, and the second one is One Way Out. And those 2 episodes, that's a whole movie. Like it's 50 minutes for the first one, 45 minutes. That's a whole movie.
Yeah.
That's a whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's excellent. It's the best fucking Star Wars thing I've ever fucking seen. Yeah. Fucking Andy Serkis. When the other prisoners are asking Andor, like, you've heard about this, right? Certainly you've heard about this. Certainly the outside knows about, like, our prison sentences going up for no reason. And Andor's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was a tourist. I'm on vacation.
Right.
Nobody knows shit.
Right.
And their eyes when they realize it.
Right. Is like, oh God, we're all going to die here.
And then Andy Serkis is trying to keep it together.
Right.
And then when the doctor comes in and says, no, we're not getting out of here. And Andy's face is just,
well, yeah, because he's crushed, but now he realizes that he has an impossible choice. Does he accept his fate and ride this out until the bitter, slow, sad end because he doesn't have it in him to fight? Or does he... It's the fucking instant adage that every dickhead that you knew in college, is it better to burn out or fade away? It's a prime example. It's the Kurt Cobain conundrum. It's like, does he fucking go out on his own terms, or does he end up getting kind of punchy and end up playing fucking MTV Unplugged in fucking the year of our Lord 2030? Like,
yeah, God, that was, all of it was so good. All of it was so good.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis on the microphone telling everybody, like, help each other out of here.
Right.
Keep moving. One way out.
Right.
Oh my God. Like,
yeah.
I had fucking chills.
Well, because that dude knows how to act. He learned how to act without speaking. So the idea of him being able to use his voice, it's a secondary thing.
Yeah.
That guy conveys more emotion with just facial expressions or body language. Cause like when he had that realization, it wasn't just his face that crushed. He literally went from being like this and I'm running this crew to literally, like, you watched his shoulders just completely disappear and he ended up slumping down. And it was like, oh God, you broke him. He's broken. He's absolutely broken. And then you watch Andor trying to fucking like reinflate him or whatever. Like Andor literally shoves an air pump up his ass to try and get him moving.
Yeah. It's like, this is our only opportunity.
Right.
We don't know what's going to happen. We have to get the fuck out of here.
Right. We have to at least try.
Yeah. It was so good. And then, like, of course, the cake topper of it all, the after credit scene of the last movie, of the last episode, you see the stupid little fucking widgets that they've been spending years making. They're putting together the blast platform of the fucking Death Star.
Yeah.
Gut punch. Fucking gut punch. By the way, spoilers.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you started watching this and you heard us talking about Andor and you didn't bail out because you haven't seen it yet, my name is Brandon Chalmers and I'm telling you without any question in your mind, go fuck yourself. You can feel free to email us. I'll read your stupid fucking response publicly and mock you with every word. Anyway, no, here's the thing though. Why does that crush you?
The thing is,
because what did you think they were building?
I had no idea. And I thought that was the point. There was like, this is busy work for them. This is just a widget that they need. We're never going to learn what this widget is because it didn't matter. The widget doesn't matter. It's the fact that they're doing this useless work. And then to find out that the dumb widget that they're making is going to destroy planets. Right.
Well, here's the thing, dude. They're like, if they didn't need them to build this widget, why house them in the first place? Why not kill them? So I knew that the widgets had to be to something. And I spent the entire time looking at it. I'm like, is that the shoulder piece for the fucking AT-ATs or the ATSTs?
Oh, yeah.
But like, I assumed they were building some sort of piece of equipment that goes onto some sort of thing. Like it was like we'd pan back and we'd figure out that this was the coupling piece that connects the wings to the centerpiece of a TIE fighter or something like that. And they were responsible for, you know, the lifeblood of the entire army or something like that. The idea, honestly, that it was a thing for the Death Star was disappointing in the sense that meant that they had a finite time that they were going to kill all these guys anyway. Because once the Death Star is built,
you don't need them.
Well, I mean, in theory, you'd build more than one Death Star because what sort of military builds a super weapon and then doesn't build a second super weapon? Like, who waits years in between super weapons? Fucking sort of silliness is that? I'd use one super weapon to blow up another super weapon in case that started. Like, fuck all of them. Like,
the Butter Battle book.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I'd have had a clone of Palpatine or a second goddamn Death Star with a quickness. Like, literally, the second I see Luke sliding down into the thing, you'd have seen fucking clone Palpatine pan back to him, do it. And just like that would be it. And one Death Star kills another Death Star, and then we continue on. Right. Just there's no other movies. That's it, kids.
The wars of the Death Stars.
You'd be like, where the fuck did the second Palpatine come from? I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, the crux of Star Wars is just poor planning.
Yes.
It's true of Starkiller Base. It's true of the Death Star. It's just a lot of poor management. It's what happens when you leave the British in charge. They're great. They're great at colonizing, invading another planet, utilizing their resources, absolutely raping and pillaging a race of people in a land that doesn't seem to have the resources to fight back. Dude, they're fucking chef's kiss amazing at it. Ask one of them to build some sort of proper fucking destruction machine, and not a goddamn one of them can get the job off the ground. Like, seriously, you need some creative motherfuckers, and no one who's British is creative. All great things that are made that are British are actually Scottish, and then they claim that they're from Great Britain. Like, that's the fucking rule. Even Grand Tour covered this. All great things probably the vacuum. It's not a British invention. It's a fucking Scottish invention, because that's what the great Brits do. They take responsibility for a culture that actually has creativity. Like, it's just how the fucking Brits work. It's how the goddamn empire worked. Nobody was fucking original. Are you kidding me? That's why they had to hunt down fucking Mads Mikkelsen and beginning a goddamn Rogue One in the first place.
Right.
They had to find a space German to get the job done. Even in the year of our Lord, whenever the fuck that movie came out, the fucking British were still hunting down fucking Nazi scientists to get the job done. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh man. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm excited for Star Wars again. I can't wait for season 2. We're currently catching up on Mando season 3.
Gotcha. Nice.
People have been telling me that, like, the second to last episode specifically that I would enjoy, and I've already been spoiled for it, but I agree with them.
Yeah. I think you're going to absolutely love it.
But yeah, I'm happy. People still continue to this day give Kathleen Kennedy shit about all this stuff. And
fuck them.
She greenlit this. She's an executive producer on this.
Look.
Fuck you.
There is, and I've said this before, and I will say it a million times, there's no making Star Wars fans happy. So why the fuck bother? The second anyone's like, this thing in Star Wars, I immediately tune out. You know what's great about Star Wars? More Star Wars. Because there's a ton of other shit that you can go watch, you negative cunt. Like, that's like saying that I don't like Tucker Carlson, so I don't watch TV. Fucking dickhead, change the channel. There's a ton more Star Wars out there. And if you're a fucking purist dickhead who insists that, like, this doesn't treat the famed source material, then fucking read the books, because there's like a bazillion of them out there. Like, fucking go find one. Go to your local library and go fucking blow the dust off those goddamn things, because there's a bazillion of them out there, and read all the backstory and lore you fucking want, and dog ear the pages and spooge into the fucking covers. I don't even care. Go enjoy some Star Wars, because there's a ton of Star Wars. Like, god damn it. Make your own fucking Star Wars. Goddamn right. Seriously, 50 Shades that shit. Finally make a fuckable Star Wars. I want to see Wookiee wanking, my motherfucker. Like, my dude, you got all that time. I want to know what Boss Dick looks like. How about that? You could show me lizard paint. Lizard paint. Yeah. How about let's find out what Jar Jar Binks looks like. Yeah. I bet that fucking dude eats some mad pussy. You fucking telling me that dude don't get down? He is heavy set, in charge, and goddamn jowls for days. I know what a fucking pussy eater looks like, and that man eats that cooch. I'm telling you right now. Early and often, that guy fucking gets at it. I'm telling you right now. God damn. He walks out after brushing his teeth, and there is at least one, if not 5, saddest fucking 5 Naboo women of different fucking backgrounds, just spread eagle. Like, that dude comes in for lunch, is like, bitch, brace yourself, I'm gonna spread you like butter on bread, and just fucking gets downtown.
Brandon, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
Instagram, Jamie Noguchi, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, everywhere. I'm still on Twitter. It's amusing. It's terrible, but it's amusing.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, watch a Andor.
Yeah, watch Andor. Watch a Andor, and while we're at it, let my guidance from Star Wars be a shining light. If you're single and you're thinking about it, give a big guy a chance. There's a good chance they can eat. Trust me. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.